Okay, but just before we commence our conversation on this sort of glorious event, also to announce that on our other channel, we'll be broadcasting Governor Oberewori hosting the Delta State Annual Praise and Thanksgiving Service. This is upon the second anniversary of his administration. That's coming live out of Asaba. So that's going on. But for the rest of us in the diaspora, we'll continue with our subject matter. And indeed, on our YouTube channel, I imagine you'll be able to see us. I hope I got that right. Okay, now back to Lagos here. And Yemi, you see, pomp and pageantry, we need ECOWAS, we are told. I hope you don't have a difficulty in hearing us. Can you hear us well?
You are not very audible. There is a lot of echo, but I'm managing to decipher what I was saying. Yeah.
Sorry, that's such a pity. But at least the poor comfort there is that we can hear you clearly, and I'm sure the technical people are working on getting you to hear it better. So as I was going to say, thank you very much for coming, and we need ECOWAS. Maybe that's the first question or comment to start off with, that we need ECOWAS seems to be the, the main thrust. And 50 years of ECOWAS is indeed something to celebrate, even though it lost, so to speak, 3 members that started with it from the beginning, talking about Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. And there was even a proposal at yesterday's proceedings that, well, it might well be, depending, we see how it goes, that maybe it's possible to consider it being ECOWAS and an alliance of Sahel states. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, thank you very much again, Uncle Yori, and it's my pleasure to be on the show this morning.
Thank you,
especially sir. On this momentous occasion, marking the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the Economic Community of West African States.
Yes.
Now, let me begin from the poser about whether we need ECOWAS. I think we'll be able to arrive at a logical answer to that question if we try to imagine what the situation will be without ECOWAS. Or put more succinctly, has ECOWAS really been impactful, on the members? What are the accomplishments of this organization since it was, established, in 1975 with the Treaty of Lagos on the 28th of May? But I mean, my own reaction will be that West African nations or West African countries are better off with ECOWAS. When you trace the impact that ECOWAS has had on the issue of residency, freedom of residency, freedom of movement, trade facilitation, and the number of other accomplishments of ECOWAS, which yes. we may have opportunity to address in the course of this discussion with regards to governance, promotion of democracy, provision of, security, and the rest of it. I want to believe that ECOWAS has come to stay, even though it has lost some of its shine, and there are explanations for that. It is important to note that West Africa members of ECOWAS are actually better off with ECOWAS than without it. Now, with regards to countries that have that were originally members of ECOWAS and that have pulled out, I think the one that comes to mind very easily are the three Sahel countries of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, which was upper volta at the time of the establishment, of ECOWAS. I want to recall that Mauritania uh, was also an original member of ECOWAS. But in the year 2000, Mauritania withdrew its membership, even though it decided to retain, uh, a level of participation as an observer nation. So 15 countries from day one, later joined by Cape Verde in 1976, 1 year later, brought the total number of members of ECOWAS to 16. But as today, we have 12 active members of ECOWAS and one observer nation of ECOWAS. Now, we may not really appreciate the importance of ECOWAS, but when you look at it side by side, the desire of non-West African countries, like Morocco, to be part of ECOWAS, then it must ignite something in our minds that what is in it for a country as far flung as Morocco in North Africa to desire to be a member of ECOWAS. So coming back to that question, I want to believe that ECOWAS has come to stay and that West African nations are better off with ECOWAS based on the track record of impact that it has made on member nations and the fact that it has brought the people together despite cultural, divergences. Especially with regards to Anglophone and Francophone. My direct answer would be that yes, ECOWAS is still needed.
Indeed.